Okay, so we need to install some O2 bungs on the exhaust in the Camaro. All right, we got the car jacked up, so let's get under it, see what's going on here. Okay, so we're under the car now, and we got to find a spot to mount these O2 sensors. We need one on each bank. So we'll have to play around and find a good spot. They need to be before the cats. So we'll mess around and see what we can do. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna be able to mount these O2 sensors right in front of the cats here on bank 1 and 2. So like that. It looks something like that. I would have liked to mount these a bit further upstream, right by the header, right up in this pipe here. But that would involve taking the exhaust off and the exhaust manifold off, which just isn't happening right now. So we're just gonna send it and weld them in. So we just got both these holes drilled out. Just used a step drill, 1/2-inch hole, and the bung and the O2 sensor fit in there nicely. We're just going to weld her up. Our Miller MIG welding machine. It's a great machine. It's got a cool feature. It's got automatic wire speed, so you don't have to fiddle and mess around with the wire speed. You just set it to auto set, and then input your thickness here, material, and you're good to go. It sets it for you. It's a great feature. Okay, so we're under the car again. We're going to tack this bung on here. So we're just gonna locate it and hold it with our finger and just tack it on for now. Just like that. Gun. Watch our eyes. Okay, so we just got it very lightly tacked on. Let's make sure the sensor still goes in there and it's still centered. Okay, so it looks like the sensor still fits. We're good. So now we can fully weld that up. Okay, we got the O2 bungs welded in, and one of the sensors installed. There's the other side. So now we got to run some wires to the ECU and hook it up. Here's our oil cooler delete. We've just threaded in some hose barbs into the block and looped a 3/8 hose around it. But as you can see, it gets way too close to the exhaust flange here. So we're going to make a new one, and we're actually gonna put this original block back on, weld up these two holes here, and oil will be able to enter through those two galleries. And then if you look in here, it'll be able to flow through and back in the block, so that this won't be plugged, but it'll be looped. Just like this, but we'll get rid of this hose so close to the header. Okay, we're at the main shop now. We're here to use the TIG welder to TIG weld this aluminum block. We need to TIG weld these ports shut for our oil cooler delete. So oil is just gonna come in here now and through this gallery here and out here. So we can't block it, we gotta loop it. And we just need to weld these up. Should be good. So what I did, I just put it on the belt sander and just clean this face up, and now we can just go and weld these shut. Okay, so here's the block all welded up. Just hit it with the wire wheel afterwards because the paint was burning off from all the heat from welding. So we just cleaned it up with the wire wheel and it looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. We'll just throw the plug back in here and stick it on. Got the new gasket on there. Let's put a drop of Loctite on these and these bolts and throw it in. That looks good. Got it installed. So let's fire it up, see if it leaks. Ignition, fuel pump, fuel injectors, and crank it. Looks good. Got Eric out here painting the light pods. Sand and paint.
Yep.
That's it. Usually put a first coat on and then let it dry for 10 minutes and then do the second one, 10 minutes, and then do a third one. Eric's got the light pod trim pieces all painted up, gloss black. They look good. Got the little antenna cover, 3D printed bullet painted black. Looks good. Also just got these trim pieces installed here. They look pretty good. Just need to screw them in, but they look really good. So thanks to Eric for painting those. He's a good boy.